Yep, yep. Hello. Hello there, Swift. I've been doing well, I guess. But I feel like I'm probably getting sick right now. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm getting sick. I'm not sure. How have you been doing, by the way? It's been a while since I last seen you. Also, hello there, son. It might have been because of my mother, because she was also sick at some point. The District 20 thingy, Miracle in District 20. I was mid doing this thing. It was an 8-hour freaking stream too. How dare my power go out? That's good to know. Oh hell, I forgot about this. This is fine. Well, let's hope your connection's fine now. I think I read through some of this and then suddenly I'm gonna read it again. Don't do it. Yeah, I did that. I changed the pricing on some of this. So it's now cheap. Jesus Christ, that scared me. It's now much cheaper than before. Good lord. Okay. I'm just gonna read this again because the last time I was here and suddenly my power says no. A dark silent night, all are sound asleep. Thus we assemble. This better be worth the trouble. It shall be worth every trouble, of course. Now, come hither. We quietly and sneakily followed Don Quixote, taking care to not make a noise. Pumpkin! It was you probably doing all of this pumpkin thing. Shucks. Are we really crossing this line? Bloody hell, lass. Don't you know what happened the last time I crossed it? Alas, it will be different this time. All we must do is follow the corridor immediately to the right of this delineation and open the door here. So these are the symbols she was talking about. Past the door, through the windows, the symbols Don Quixote mentioned shimmered. Symbols that seemed to indicate a sack, a wrap present, and what appeared to present fancy clothes. So they're the red sack and the reindeer man's symbols? Precisely. Right, I suppose you're the expert with these things. I'm going in. Hold on. Before I even had the chance to stop him, Heathcliff barged into the door. And we found ourselves almost getting dragged in by his sheer fervor. We found ourselves in a rather sizable room. This place was decorated with numerous Christmas-themed ornaments. By the way, this is fitting considering Christmas is not that far away. Warm, cozy lighting reflected off the wooden flooring, and a maze of conveyor belts were installed all over the place. This place is a factory? Quite. And what are those things? Those little children like... This Don Quixote. What the hell is she doing? The little figures Heathcliff indicated didn't exactly look like children. They all froze for a moment before turning around in our direction. They weren't humans, that's for sure. They kinda look like cats. Can I just say that? from the times that I've seen them in MD. Give me but a moment. I have already parlayed with these fellows. What happened to the sneakest of all sneakest of pigs?
야, 시계 대가리. 뭐가 온다.
I crackhead, something's coming this way. Oh dear god. A small but larger than others around it figure scurried over and stood before us.
아이고, 돈키호테 나으리가 오셨음.
Ah, Lady Don Quixote, you finally grace us with your presence once again.
이번에도 예상하지 못했던 곳에서
And just as you did before, poof, appear from the most unexpected places. Again. Who's this Don Quixote? The one who shall grant us the wonderful gifts indeed. He rubbed his hands, or what I assume to be hands, together, looked up at us and started. Pleased to make your acquaintance. You must be like the Don Quixote's friend once.
저는 도도루라고 하오.
My name is Dodoro,
놈이움.
a gnome who works at this gift factory, and why, of course, I make gifts here. A gnome? Indeed, a gnome. Was that supposed to be obvious? I just read the whoops. I'm just reading this while you guys are in an ad. Whoopsies. I don't think I've ever seen an ad that long. Damn. What are gnomes anyway? So they're not humans, right? Yes, these fellows are not humans, they're gnomes. Yes, of course, not human gnomes.
도시엔 인간만 있을 수 있다고 들었던 것 같은데.
Didn't think non-humans were allowed in this city. Shh, I don't need to notify now. They're not abnormalities or distortions either, there's something else. The city, I knew it. Well, why does it matter if they are not humans? What really matters is the heart with which they commit themselves to work, that is. Of course. You are absolutely right, Maladium. Didn't that Dodoro gnome say something weird about the city just now?
나만 그렇게 느낀
So that wasn't just me, huh?
그보다움.
Well, this Dodoro cut in our conversation. Do the friends of Lady Don Quixote wish for any present? Say you have fancy clothes and powerful weapon, or delicious cookie.
멋진
Fancy clothes? So you really have them?
관심 가는 게 있으신 거였나 보.
Looks like we've got a winner.
자자자자.
Well, then please, this way.
이쪽으로.
The gnome said something about introducing us to the reception hall and led us to a certain room in his scoring gate. This seems more like a storage space than a reception hall. Oh, behold, this is a warm fireplace and a table in this cozy place. What more could thee possibly ask for?
거기에 더해 맛있는
And we have some delicious refreshments ready for you as well.
조금만 기다리시면 금방
Please wait a moment and I'll be right back with the gifts you want. The gnome bowed, opened the door and scuttled out of the room. A reception hall usually this barren. I've never been in one before, so I had no idea if this was what they were supposed to look like. I had to ask, especially because it was starting to get pretty obvious, even with my rather limited experience, that there was something off about this whole situation. You just noticed that now? I have once heard the rumor that this kind of decor has been catching on in recent years.
나도 들은 적 있어.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Apparently it's popular for some blokes to just deliberately leave their stuff lying around in some half-finished looking buildings. Is that what this is? Still die hard, Manager Esquire. I shall personally be responsible for this expedition and claim ourselves shiny gifts.
여차하면 들고 나를 수도 있을 거고.
If push comes to shove, I could nab some of these. I saw them packing some shiny, expensive looking stuff over there. Heathcliff, now! No, you already got us in trouble last time. Never again. Not free this time, Heathcliff. Has the incident with the hair coupons already left thy mind? Blimey. Fine.
알았어.
Heathcliff was as foul-mouthed as always, but it was evident from his relaxing expression that his anxiety was starting to ease. Maybe the fact that we're here, about to find what we're looking for, was a comforting thought. Heathcliff, is that important that you dress well for this occasion? His girl is on next Sarah. Who, Don? Oh, yeah. A rather delicate but gently smoldering heart. Calm, silent air. A perfect atmosphere to bring up uncomfortable subjects for some honest heart to heart. Or is someone waiting for you there? Someone who you'd like to dress up for?
뭐
Well, I suppose you're not completely wrong.
아니긴 한데.
A secret, is it? Don Quixote excitedly and loudly dragged her chair up close to Heathcliff.
나는 보란 듯이 성공해서 돌아가야만 해.
I have to go back as a successful man, as someone of great worth,
적어도 예전에
so that they'll know that
불러왔던
I've
그
changed, that
망나니
I'm no longer that
수는 없도록.
witless brigand Heathcliff.
그러니까
That's why I have to dress posh when I return, to appear like a man of quality.
내게
Had someone stoked the fire of envy in thy stomach? Is this about revenge like Ishmael?
복수.
Revenge. Heathcliff leaned back in his chair. It creaked as he rocked gently back and forth. There was a look of deep introspection on his face, which was, if my memory serves me right, a first.
뭐 복수라면 복수.
Well, I suppose you could call it revenge, but what I really want to do is
후회하게 해줘.
make her regret.
그게 더 맞는 것 같아.
Yeah, that's what this is.
나는 거기서
I'll show them. I'll trample over those bastards who thought I wasn't worth shit.
나를 선택하지.
So that she'll regret not choosing me. So that she will feel that regret down to the deepest reaches of her heart.
사실은 누구보다도 어울리는
I'll prove to Carrie that there was no better man I'll prove to Carrie that there was no better man for her than I. Cathy. Heathcliff's eyes tremble a little as he speaks her name. He's mentioned that name before. His eyes tremble then, too. This Cathy must be someone pretty important to you.
당연하지.
Of course, bloody important.
진정.
So what happened between the two of you? Between you and Cathy?
정확히 말하면 캐서린이지.
Catherine, to be exact.
캐시라고도
And I call her Cathy.
길고 골치
It's a long and complicated story.
이 돈 큐텔 감히
Allow mine intuition to speak for thee.
클리프구네.
This Cathy must be thy lover, is she not? Wait, is that what she is to you?
아니야 그런 것까지 아니야.
I swear, for some reason my throat is very dry today. Damn. No, it's not like that. Okay, maybe a little bit.
그럴 수도 있을.
He's starting like Sinclair on a bad day. While his disposition was as brusque as I don't know to return. As always, I could clearly see that he couldn't stop himself from smiling from a mere mention of her name, and that gave me more than enough answers. Every sinner had a reason for joining Limbus Company, so maybe Heathcliff joined Limbus Company for this Cathy person. Makes me wonder what kind of a person she might be, though. Someone that special, that precious to Heathcliff. Don't be so over dramatic. That ain't me. Now, I do this not out of my obligations as the manager, but I'm starting to think that I want to help you out so that you could be the best man you can be for her.
그렇소.
Indeed, we shall all be
멋쟁이가 돼.
people of. I heard the door open in that very moment. It wasn't the reception hall door. That one was made of wood, and will make us the sound that I just heard. The sound came from over there, away from us, from a dark corner of the room. Then we heard sounds of metal scraping against wood. It was accompanied by a howling blizzard. So those were slate marks, huh? I'm surprised that didn't scare me. I was not too locked into it. Whoops. Well, better luck next time. The huge slate made its way across the wooden floor. On the marks that were already on the floorboards, it was flanked by several gnomes. The slate was red. Okay, good lord. The slate was red and the sack on it were either black or red. But they were all littered with flesh and blood. Dodoro, we've got your next batch of ingredients right there.
허리가 다 쑤시움.
They are murderous gnomes. My back. Come on, friend. Just think about the looks on our friends' face when they open their presents. Always the word, of course. Well, the word. That I don't know how to read those little thing at the okay. The gaggle of gnomes who were walking in our directions as they chatted and gossiped froze in place upon noticing us. Good lord. Quit lollygagging. Quit chit-chatting and help us out, no. We've got a lot to process. Besides, we've brought some live ones this time. I'm sorry, what? I swear I just heard the door, what the frick? Okay. Creepy ass freaking house. I think I saw some sacks on the slate move. No, they were thrashing, like something was trying to escape. Is that?
야,
Grab your weapon.
잡아라.
What is the matter with thee? These fellows are but hard-working. Hello, is somebody out there? Please help. Get me out of here. What a joyous day. This one's fresh. But they're humans. Did Manager Dodoro bring him in? How did he manage to bring in humans so fresh? So, all along, the factory has been... Oh boy. I could hear a familiar voice coming from the other door in the room as Don Quixote stood there, flabbergasted. Dodoro's done a... Chill out. Dodoro's done a blunder. That Slay wasn't supposed to be coming here. Don't you worry, just a little game between us now. That's your excuse? Master Dodoro. Dodoro's listening. Hush. Tell me the contents of those sacks. Raw materials for presents, of course. Besides, Lady Don Quixote, Dodoro's prepared those fancy clothes for you and your friends to wear. Why don't we head right out to wear? What raw materials are they? Dodoro's tired of life. Humans like you. You lot, what I say about using this storage space? I told you this one was off limits. What are you gonna deliver? Nothing but disappointment to our neighbor? Even now, they await gifts from our factory. Oh, my bad. And I already told the factory director to look forward to this batch. What was I thinking? This was absolutely not worth it.
네가 하는 생각 나도 똑같이 하고
I know what you're thinking, Glockhead. So quit sighing and start strategizing. We've got to get out of here, yeah? Yeah, sitting here and feeling sorry for myself won't do anything. It never did. Got it.
모두 도구 꺼내라움. 이것이 바로
Grab your tools. Fresh locally produced materials coming up. Right then, let's crack on, you little shitbags. That took a bit.
한 점만 노린다. 좋아, 탄하구만.
Starting off great. I think this two here is gonna be. I just realized there is a total of 4 ways in here. I know I shouldn't have. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna offset this thing.
소야목표를 달궈볼까? 본인의 승리일
깔끔한 헤드샷. 머리통이 작살났다고.
I don't have Honglu here, so I can't really. Shoot. Head Cliff's getting attacked though. Damn.
소야목표를 달궈볼까? 이 결정 본인의 승리일세.
Good enough, I guess. How much?
소야목표를
I'm trying to not waste the words. This does not kill. Okay.
본인의 승리일세. 본인의 승리일세.
That's great, bro. No. Not gonna lie, I'm not sure if bringing this Heathcliff here is gonna do me any good or not, because this is very limited.
이 결정 본인의 승리일세.
He's on 5 bullets now, that's a problem. And of course he's faster than Don. I'm gonna skip his turn completely, I guess.
본인의 승리일세.
I mean, yes, but like the problem is that he has bullets and he has only 5 right now, so it's like it's gonna be a problem. This is gonna be his last turn before the next one. The next one he can only act once, and then that's it. Actually, I'm gonna skip this one completely. No, he can act twice actually next turn, I guess. Yeah, that's a problem. And then Don's gonna be left on here alone. Not that this is really a problem, but still. I do not trust myself when it comes to soloing.
아, 여기서 이런 공격이 잘 먹히는군요.
But he cannot retreat and listen. Okay, good to know.
본인의 승리일세.
Don's going off right now.
헤드샷. 머리통에 작살났다고. 사기캐시.
본인의 승리.
Should I just bring the Jesus? Maybe I should. I just missed this dawn, so oh, okay.
이놈들 진짜 죽일 듯이 달려들었다고.
These were some fierce shots.
본인의 불찰.
The fault lies with me. The light of confidence had completely faded from Don Quixote's face, so did her enthusiastic voice. No, I should have thought this plan through. Well, if we were to find someone to blame, the biggest fault would lie with me, the manager. Maybe I should have turned around the moment I sensed that something was off.
그보다
Alas. With that, Don Quixote marched towards the now abandoned slate. This is... Several mutilated bodies tumbled to the ground as soon as Don Quixote undid the knot, tying the sack. Damn it, I was afraid this was what we'd find inside the sack. It was bodied up. I think it was pretty obvious. There were a total of 7 or so people in the sack, but they were all missing a few limbs. They were barely breathing, and some of them had already perished. I've never seen their style of clothing before. Looks like we're pretty far from where we were. I've seen similarly worn and torn clothing in the back streets, but the clothing they wore was of materials and styles that I'd never seen before. The back door must have sent us pretty far. Foss did tell me that each district within the city had different cultures and such, so
알바냐?
doesn't really matter, does it? They'll all die soon, and it's not like you can turn the clock for them. Let's just get back to the bus.
아니, 여기
Nay, here, this person is intact.
이보게, 정신 차리게. 그대가 아까 도움을 요청하던 자인가?
Get a hold of thyself. Art thou the one who requested our help earlier? Who are you? Why kind of reminds me of a character from Limbo? What the hell?
돈이 더 들긴 해도 긴급으로 하길 잘했지 않은가? 아니야.
어.
오케이. 정말 2배로 받을 거라고 생각해.
Okay, back to Rapture.
그런 건 정의롭지 않.
군주
의로움을 잠깐.
새로운 배달.
No. Wait. Do I not have anything to level up Sinclair? Like their ass? Are we their ass? We are very their ass. It sucks ass. I can't even bring this yo.
주인 바로 가자.
Man!
이 순간에도 시간이 새고 있다. 준비한 대로만 하면.
옷차림이 특이하신 분들이네요. 마을에서 오신 분들은 아닌 건가?
Your clothes are all weird looking. I guess you're not from the village? The child was dressed in torn and faded clothing. From the way she looked at us, I could tell that she found us rather fascinating. She soon woke up from her momentary shock. Anyways, thank you for saving me.
저는 크레용.
My name's Crayon and
그리고 이빨태요.
goddamn Clockwork Teeth. The kid pointed at me and backed away in terror.
뭔 뚱딴지 같은 소리야.
The hell are you talking about? That's Clockhead.
시계대가리라고.
My name is Dante. Clockhead?
시계
But I heard the clockwork did look like clocks. I guess I also heard that they don't show up this high.
그렇다면
I've never seen a monster like that before though.
괴물 아닐세.
Aha, but they are not a monster. This is none other than our very own manager Esquire. Thanks for the intro, I guess.
하지만
But I can't hear anything but the tick talking of the clock.
그건
Well, the manager Esquire has their reasons.
아무튼
Are the one harmed?
네, 같이 끌려.
Looks like the other people who were dragged here.
같지만
Okay, thanks. You know what? Thanks for the reminder. Looks like the other people who were dragged here with me weren't so lucky though. The child looks at the mutilated corpses with this spowden look on her face. Don Quixote casts a sympathetic gaze.
이들은 모두
So
같은
they were
마을의
all
이웃이었다는
neighbors
거죠?
from dying village.
네.
Yeah, but
하지만
our village
곧
will soon
저희 마을에서
had sent the
사냥꾼을
hunters to
보내주실
save
거예요.
us.
그분들이 오신다면
What the
어떻게든
hell? My
여기서
spacebar wasn't working. As long as they can get here, they can hunters. I wasn't sure what exactly she was talking about, so I was about to ask her what she meant. But this reception hall storage room suddenly began to fill with gas of unknown origin.
이건 또 뭐야?
What's this now? Quick, hold tight breathing. Do I even need to? Okay, whatever. An odd plume of gas, its hue red and green, begins to fill the room. It is gas. It's the same gas from when I was. The three of them, including Crayon, passed out and slumped to the floor. Yeah, something like this has happened before. When we walked right into a room full of toxic gas, which killed everyone. Looks like this gas only knocked them out though. That's a relief at least. Guess I should consider myself lucky that my clock head isn't affected by these things. I got hyped. As soon as I hit myself in a corner, a crowd of gnomes rushed through the same door Dodoru came in from. Gas mask. So they used sleeping gas on us.
이건 도도로
Is that all that slave of manager Dodoru?
여기저기
All that talk
걸 가져왔다고
of snagging three
자랑을 하고
top-notch raw materials, and now look at him. A pile of meat.
한 놈, 두 놈, 세 놈. 수는
All
많은
uncounted
것
for, I
같아.
suppose.
잠가루로 재웠으면
They're all fast asleep with the sleepy powder, so don't you all worry yourselves about harming the good ones.
자, 얼른
The good ones. Okay, I read that wrong completely. Well, let's move the good ones. They pick up Don Quixote, Heathcliff, and Crayon one by one and loaded them onto the sleigh. With that, they left, closing the door behind them. And through it all... Well, no crap, this game is a lot of reading. You haven't even seen the last time that I read through 8 hours of thingy. And through it all, I couldn't do anything but watch. It's got a really good lore though, not gonna lie. Right, looks like this is my time to shine. I'll rescue the three of them. Tumbal! Hello, Tumbal. No way, I should have listened when Ishmael offered to teach me self-defense. What do I do? This harsh truth dawns on me every time we face total annihilation. The truth that, on my own, I am completely useless. Why am I now known as Tuyulas? The series got to our heads. Send help. If they were with us, I could at least bring them back, but none of the sinners are here with me. What good am I without them? It's a miracle that I managed to survive this far.
신기하긴 뭐가 신기해요.
Miracle? What miracle? Come on, get a hold of yourself. Great, now I'm hearing things.
환청이 아니에요.
You're not hearing things, manager. We're really here.
갑자기 너네
Do you
셋이
even know what
싫어졌다고
a
해서
mess it was
난리도 아니었다고.
up there when we realized that the three of you just vanished into thin air? I bolted up and looked towards the voice. There, I saw another door. And from it, the rest of the sinners appeared one by one. Guys.
아이고.
Oh boy, looks like I forgot about that slightly spoiled ingredient.
이 소동에 대한
I will
제안
inquire about this incident later, Dante.
우선
For now, command us in this battle. My sinners!
지리가
Damn, I missed them.
언제나 순탄치 않았고 때로는 어설펐지만
불가
여러분과 함께 유명합니다.
Also, yesterday was Otis Day.
이렇게 여기서 멈추고 싶지 않아요.
지원해본
Yesterday was Otis Day, today is now my Father's Day.
도려내라.
여기선 이런 공격이 잘 먹히는군요.
Lu. Luckily, it's pretty early on though that I catch it, so that's that.
너한테
I already sent a message to him.
알겠지만
Ente, para.
다들 첫 여정을 시작했을 때보다 정말 강해지셨네요. 매일 보아왔는데도 지금
정당한
감회가
공무집행.
새로워요. 고작 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나
I sent that message when I was what? Yeah,
고작 이 정도
what time was it? It was on 7 in the morning.
놈을 튀울 수 없겠구나.
Actually, I forgot to mention that my father is not even here. He's all the way in Texas.
이제 깨우치시길.
단테님은 매번 기발한 발상을 떠올리시네요.
완전히 멈추. 시간은 좋았어요. 한 시간은 전부
Oh, there goes Sulu.
고작 이 정도 탕류의 허덕한 넌 푸름을 튀울 수도 없겠구나.
Is there okay? He's dying, the ass. Not gonna lie, I think I need to start literally farming meat, like not meat, off camera, cause everyone's so under level. It's gonna be a problem, especially if I'm going to Kanto 6. Dear God, that was so loud.
탕류의 허덕이나 저 해충
이거리는 충분해. 너한텐
This is like the worst timing to do it because I had on 60. No, not 60, 76% of my thingy. Of volume right now. How dare you?
부끄럽지 않았습니다. 의를 바로 세우는 데 일조하였으니 내일은 더 떳떳이 살아갈 수 있겠군요.
징수 시간이다.
My leg, oh god. Thanks, everyone. How did you find it?
뒷문으로 들어왔소.
We entered via the back door. Good to know. Not yet. I'm still in Intervallo 3. For the love of God, it's so fucking painful. I hate this. 13 hours and I have not gotten to Kanto 6. What the hell? After this, I should have Kanto 6 open though.
버스 내부에서
Your signals were no longer detected from within the bus premises. Listen, man, Kanto 5 was a lot of reading, and also like I was stuck with Ricardo for like an hour because he was a genuine pain in the ass.
그 즉시 수감자
Then every sinner was immediately summoned from their respective rooms for the search.
이라고 보는지 몇
And so
분이나
soon after our
이러면 곤란.
chill out.
네?
And so soon after our break started, Dante, let's try not to do anything like this again.
아무리 관리자님이라고 해도
Even if you are the executive manager, rogue behavior such as this poses too great a risk. Please be wary of that. I'm sorry. So how did you guys find us?
나의 추측이었어.
I have deduced it.
히스클리프 군은
As of late, Heathcliff was in a constant state of uneasiness. Considering the nature of our circumstances, I conjectured that there was ought that he had to do before our arrival at T-Court.
돈키호테 양은 이전 버스 경보가 있던
On the day in which the back door
뒷문으로 돌아왔어.
Bolity siren echoed, Don Quixote made a relatively delayed return to the back door. So they did notice, good to know.
그리고 다음 날
And come the next day, she requested from me and Miss
도시에서
Foster
흔히 쓰이는 기호에 대한 설명이 묶인 책을 요구했어.
Encyclopedia of Common Symbols used in the city.
네,
Yes, the Foss lent her a
몇번
few
대여해 주었습니다.
volumes.
돈키호테 양은 내내
Ever since receiving the volumes, Miss Don Quixote sat next to me and
지적거렸어. 나의 컨디션이 좋지 않아. 말을 걸지
How do you read?
못했으나
Okay, whatever. The pages with a rather enthusiastic expression on her countenance. Although I could not converse with her on account of my conditions,
코스프레,
I do recollect that the following
주머니 등의
words
단어를
were repeatedly
계속
uttered:
중얼거렸지.
cosplay, costumes, sack.
이상의 일들을
In
종합해
summation, I summarized that
Don
Miss Don
Quixote는
Quixote witnessed a
버스의
series of
경보에서
symbols that caught her
뭔가
attention when the siren
자신의
blared,
과거에 기호를 줬다.
문의 위치는
and Foss was aware of the
호스트가
door
알고
on
있었기
which those symbols were drawn. Based on that information, the listeners were able to find their way here.
문까지 가는 동안
We engaged several entities of the corridor on our path to this door.
그나마 조무르기
Good thing we
때문이니까
only ran into
다행이었지.
weaklings, though.
그런 상황에서
An
수감자가
irreversible death of a
사망하기라도
sinner could have occurred in the process.
이해하셨나요?
Do you understand? Engaging hostile forces in your absence carries an exceedingly high level of risk.
복도 어딘가에서
We will have been lost forever in some corner of the corridors as bodies, never to be revived nor retrieved.
관리자님의 단독 행동이 얼마나 큰
Please
위험인지,
comprehend the weight of your
그리고
responsibilities and the risk of your independent action
숙지해
carries.
주시는 관리자님은
You must survive, Executive Manager, no matter what. I saw an art based on this freaking dialogue, Lord. What the hell? Okay.
아시겠습니까?
Do I make myself clear? I've never seen Otis look at me like that. Her gaze was cold and ruthless.
이번엔 운이 좋았던
Your
것입니다.
survival was a lucky coincidence, Dante. The sequence of those symbols are not supposed to be interpreted in such a haphazard manner. I'm really sorry. I don't know what else to say. I believe that is enough, but
그렇네요.
yeah, Don Quixote, Heathcliff, where'd the pair run off to? Oh, that's... I told them exactly how the events transpired.
잘도 살아있었네.
Seriously, how did you three even manage to survive this far?
관리자 양반,
Alright, manager, but I'm sure you've heard enough from the others, so I won't say more, but where exactly are we?
충분히
Hey, which district is this? This called...
여기는
We must be somewhere in one of the northern districts of the city, or
이곳은
we are not in the
도시가
city.
그게 무슨 말이야?
What do you mean?
단어 그대로
I mean that we are not in the city. Those intelligent organisms called gnomes are part of a species surviving in the outskirts,
흔히
commonly known as monsters of the as monsters of the outskirts. Monsters again. After all that we faced at the lake, they weren't exactly like the whales, though. We could communicate with the gnomes. They were just like people, except smaller. So we're in a completely different region of the outskirts. I would have liked to explore the area if the circumstances permitted. Look, this structure seems to have been custom built for the gnomes, considering how small everything is here.
여기가 외곽이라면 왔던 길로 돌아갈 수 있는 거겠죠?
I keep on forgetting that Honglu's here as well. It's not Vietnam. If this is the outskirts, can we go back? We can go back, right?
저희가 들어온
As long as the door we entered through remains open, yes.
아직은 열려 있는 것
It is open for now.
만약
What if it closes?
뜻밖의 여정이 시작되겠죠.
Then an unexpected journey begins. We'll have to track the distance from the outskirts back to the city, which will be a significant endeavor in both time and effort. Isn't that a bit dangerous? Where's this sound coming from? I struck Golto. Get your troop. Dante, come here to the back of the line. The door slammed open and gnomes began flooding into the room. We prepared ourselves for battle. Combat, hell yes.
목을 콱 물어버리자고.
How'd you lose that?
토끼를 저 해충들을 도려내라. 묘야.
첫 여정을 시작했을 때 정말 강해지셨네요. 매일 보아하는데도 지금 감회가 새로워요.
Not gonna lie, I love this whimsical ass music.
최대선 집행한다.
풍진 세상에서 힘껏 살아가느라 수고 많으셨어요.
시비수에게는
놀랐어?
How much? Okay. Not too bad, I guess. Actually, don't wanna let her lose this out. I'm not sure.
정당한 공무원
목을 떨궈준 넌
I don't think she's running up still.
푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
아, 여기서 이런 공격이 잘 먹히는군요.
무상한 목숨. 불끈을 지원했고 불가 위야 막아내지 못하리.
뱀으로 끓여보다
Can I just say I don't know how force works?
이것도 충분해. 너한테 알겠지만
사여 지금 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
Let me actually.
최근은 좋았어요.
푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
이제 깨우치시길. 사람이랑 닮은 부분도 있긴 하지만 역시 사람은 아니네요.
I
노움이라는
can
건
see their similarities with humans, but they certainly aren't humans.
희한한 말투를
Except for
쓰는
the
것
odd
빼곤
verbal quirk, these monsters are impressively communicative. I don't even know if they should be categorized as monsters.
정의하기 나름입니다.
The definition is often arbitrary. Some may call themselves monsters, yet others may call them members of a different sentient race. I appreciate your analysis, but we should probably get moving. We still don't know where Heathcliff and Don Quixote are.
역시 오늘도 맞는 말씀만을 하시는군요, 관리자님.
You always say the right things at the right time, Executive Manager.
외곽은
Exploring the outskirts area will carry higher risk than our usual operation grounds.
관리자의
To
신변을
ensure the
보호하기
manager's
위해서
safety, we must
좀더
first
체계적인
establish a
계획을
more structured plan.
뭐,
Well,
제일
let's say the
쉬운
easiest
방법은
answer
그
would be
둘을
to leave the
버리고
two of
가는
them,
거긴
but the
하지만
easiest path isn't always the
최선은
right one.
아닐까요?
Ishmael kicked open the door the gnomes rushed in from.
가요. 관리자님도 지키고 그 둘도 구하면 되잖아요.
Come on, let's go. We'll protect the manager and save Heathcliff and Don Quixote. Okay, sure, kick down the door. Yes.
또 한 줄에 길을 남겼군. 핏물진 길일 뿐이지만 세월이 지나면
준비한 대로만 하면
비록 함께 전장에 나서
Was this only combat I wasn't looking for?
저희를 이끌어주는 건 단테님만 할 수 있는 일이에요. 이번에도 분명
불가
원하시는 길로 저희를 잘
막아내세요.
이끌어주시겠죠?
도끼를 본다. 저 해충들을 도려내라.
틈새
묘야. 길을 열어.
Man, I gotta look on how to play the pause after this. Because I genuinely don't know how her buff works.
매일 보아하는데도 지금 감회가 새로워요.
가서
제가를 처음 쥔 형 누나들이랑 비슷한 느낌이네요. 아, 그러니까 어디가 비슷하냐면 힘을 얻은 분들 특유의 분위기가
이야기
닮았습니다.
목을 떨궈주마. 넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
More racist notes.
시간 끌것
I think
없이
should be fine.
모조리 치워버려.
You know what? I kinda agree, but solely because of the
목을 떨궈주마.
이 거리를 충분히
the music. I like the music for some reason.
아, 여기서 그런 분들이 잘 먹고
꿈을
있군요.
꾸러 가.
Feels very whimsical.
먹을 콱 물어버리자고. 틈새 이제 깨우치시게. 이제 깨우치시게. 거스르게. 지금은 좋았어요.
또한
Oh no, it was combat only. How nice.
길을 남겼구나. 핏물진 길일 뿐이지만
This was an event. Damn.
세월이 지나면 홍어는 그제야 알게 되겠지.
Give me 1 second. I need to go to the bathroom real quick.
무얼 바꾸었는지를.
Yep, yep. How am I level 38 and only on Intervallo 3? What you mean? Actually, I think the reason is because I don't continue story when I'm not streaming.
필두 출진.
Also, another problem is because my gosh.
언제나 순탄치 않았고 때로는 어설펐지만
For one, I don't continue story when I'm not streaming, and two,
마음을 설레게 만든
I don't know if you're looking at my my team right now, but everyone is under leveled. I feel like
첫 여정을 시작했을
only a
때
couple of them are actually at max.
계셨네요. 내일 보아하는
Well, now that the level is increased to 45, it's gonna be a problem.
집행한다.
I don't have enough tickets to increase all of their freaking levels. This sucks.
목을 떨궈주마.
제가를 처음 쥔 형 누나들이랑 비슷한 느낌이네요.
시간
아,
끌것 없이
그러니까 어디가 비슷하냐면
모조리 치워버려.
아, 힘을 얻은 분들
I know what you're talking about, but like still. Honglu, don't you make me activate your damn freaking ego.
도끼를 뱉은 넌 푸름을 저 해충들을 도려내라.
깨우치시게.
아,
묘야.
여기서 그런 공격이 잘 먹거든요.
길을 열어.
완전히 멈췄네.
Eh,
사업한 시간은 전부 징수했으니 상관없지.
what do both his favor, but I don't trust those because he's on -1.
시간 끌 것 없이 모두 지워버리죠.
Damn this.
뭔가 맺힌 허술하게.
Okay, great.
전투응대에 나선
애무롭게 저 해충
Man, I don't know. I barely do excavation actually, because all I do is mostly MD. If I were to be completely honest with you, that might be the reason why some of my IDs are so under level, and I'm kind of struggling continuing on with with the story like this.
오늘 부끄럽지 않았습니다.
I really need to stop doing MD so much.
좋아했으니 내일은 더 떳떳이 살아갈 수 있겠군요.
Yeah, I think that might be the reason why. Because if you look at this thing, Don is under level and so is Sinclair. Because they're both new. And I have nothing to increase their level.
나와서 보니까 뭔가
Man. So now that I've had some time to look around out here,
공장
this facility appears to be a gift
선물을
factory.
만드는 것인가?
아, 이런 식으로 선물 자체를
I see. So there
만들어내는
are
공장도 있었나
factories like
보군요.
this that produce gifts.
크리스마스 장식도
Christmas decorations everywhere.
아직 크리스마스 때
There's still some time until Christmas though.
좀 남았는데.
Yes, there is still some time. How long actually? In a week at least. Or a little over a week, I don't know. Sinclair looked to the ground with a somber expression. There goes my spacebar. I don't need to ask to know how he was feeling.
괴물끼리 크리스마스 선물이라도
I wonder if
나눠볼까요?
monsters exchange gifts with each other.
그렇게 친절해 보이지
They didn't seem like the most hospitable sort.
도시 어딘가의 날개에서
There is a possibility that they might be contractors to one of the wings in the city. I wanted to say no chance, but the city and the wings that we've experienced so far were. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, there was a non-zero chance of that being the case.
전투응대
What?
시비 수행에 왔나.
Also, I'm surprised it's been an hour.
누구 하나.
이 거리는 충분해. 너한테
Seems like you're not gonna be here for very long.
아, 여기선 이런 공격이 잘 먹히는군요.
불끈 지원할 뿐.
최대선 집행한다.
문관을 준비하고 틈새
단테님은 매번 기발한 발상을 떠올리시네요.
Completely missing nothing.
불가 위압 나가지
목을 떨고
벌써 허벅이나?
고작 이 정도 탕후의 허덕이나. 다들 첫 여정을 시작했을 때보다 정말
적을 뵈기
강해지셨네요.
전까지
Yeah, that was.
제가 도와주러
I think that was a bot.
감회가 새로워요.
정당한 공무집행이다. 완전히 멈췄네. 지나간 시간은 전부 징수했으니
이제 찔치시길
토끼를 본다.
I have a bot in this thing that's called Fairy bot that's like just automatically bans like any bots that are in chat.
놈을 틔울 수도 없겠구나. 갑자기 이 정도 탕후루의 허덕이나.
It's been nice, not gonna lie. I'm surprised that I'm even still getting these freaking bots, not gonna lie.
저 해충들을 도려내.
너한테 알겠지만
너 방금은 실수였던 거죠?
Not gonna lie, I have no idea who that is.
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
Thanks, everyone here is. Their level is very debatable. After spending some time battling gnomes and trashing the gift factory, we soon realized that the conveyor belts were moving more on your average gifts.
저건 발인가?
I know that I have
그려져 있는 표지판은
like
왜
4 of
저렇게
them
붙어
in
있는
here,
거야?
but like, I mean, I guess the Heisho's level are fine, but like, damn. Is that a foot? Is that a sign with the drawing of a foot? What's that doing there?
이쪽은 눈알이 그려져 있어.
They are broken in MD. Yeah, I noticed. I am now suffering the consequences of my own action. This one is adorned with a depiction of an eyeball.
이 선물들의
These gifts appear to be made from materials that do not normally go into building these items.
형태는 곰인형.
Their shapes
장난감 기차
they,
따위잖아.
their shapes are of teddy bears, crayon boxes, toy trains,
단백질과
but they have an
이내하이는
abnormally high concentration of protein and phosphorus.
꼬마 전구나 장식 소품들은 그렇지 않은 걸 보아.
Drifter Yoshu, the new one.
쓰레기들을 주워 걸어둔 것 같네요.
I did not pull for her. Because I saw Ishii's banner. I'm like, nah, I need to pull for Ishii. However, the decoration and the lights are made of proper materials. They must have salvaged the waste expelled from the city.
뻔하지. 사성.
It's obvious.
사람으로
Gifts made from humans.
선물.
More stuff made from human sacrifice. I guess the outskirt isn't so different from the city. Huh.
중요한 건
What's really concerning is who are these gifts for?
누가
Who in the right minds would want anything like these?
모르지.
Who knows? Rich folks with screw-up
변태 같은 취향을 가진
perversions.
마련이거든.
Maybe that's who they're for.
그런데 말이죠.
So,
사람으로
if
선물을
they're
만드는
making gifts
거라면
out of people, Heathcliff and Don Quixote, will the gnomes turn them into gifts too? I do recall them saying something about locally produced materials.
한시가 급하겠구려.
Then we must move with haste.
선물이 미리
I've
되지
discovered a
않았다는
location with a high
그들이 있을
probability of
확률이
their
제일 높은
presence,
것을 알수 있다.
presuming that they haven't been turned into gifts yet. After a long silence, Marsault spoke up. He pointed in a direction.
저곳에
There,
선물
the
제작소라는 간판이
placard says gift assembly. Congrats on getting her, it seems.
오늘 부끄럽지 않았습니다. 의를 바로 세우는 데 일조하였으니
I don't think I'm gonna pull for her.
더 떳떳이 살아갈 수 있겠군요.
이런 인물은
Even though she seems
단지에서도
quite fun.
내가 제일이지.
Wait, no, this is perfect.
최대전.
이 거리는 충분해. 너한테 알겠지만
Huh, good
여기서
to
드론
know.
공격이 잘 먹히는군요.
To be honest, I am not surprised to see this hopeless again.
앞쪽에는
Level 31 against gosh, this is a genuine fucking problem.
시비수에게 명한다. 이 앞에 요구 하나 살려주지 마라. 진 목을 떨궈 주마.
Hell, I'm in a nightmare of gambling.
저 해충들을
This is
돌려내라.
great.
이제 깨우치시길.
묘야. 길을 열어.
좀 투성네.
Good lord, okay. How dare you? Swift suddenly just woke up like gambling. Yes, this game has gambling.
이제 깨우치시길.
This sucks then.
첫 여정 시작했을 때보다 정말 강해지셨네요. 매일 보완했으니
I'm gonna have to look at
지금
how much shards do I have for Yoshu then.
무상은 목숨.
This is the hellscape of gambling because I'm not sure. Because my Raptor team is fine. I don't know about the Poise team though.
놀랐어?
전투응대 나
넌 풀을 틔울 수 없겠다.
That's great.
깨우치시길.
And the fact that I won the other Heisho IDs too is kinda
생각한 시간은 전부 징수했으니
기분은 좋았어요.
damn. I have to gamble for Synchro because unfortunately I didn't get him from the event.
길을 남겼군. 핏물진 길일 뿐이지만 세월이 지나면 홍호는 그제야 알게 되겠지.
You know what? Hold on, let me check something.
이
156, I guess. Damn. I'm running out of this thing now. That's great.
준비한 대로만 하면
Can you even? Is there even a time where it's gonna be unlocked? Cause it keeps on. It's like Easy's rerunning right now, but I can't get the like exchange the ID from the you know the thing. So I'm assuming you can only get it from gambling now. I don't know, man. I don't know how this thing works. Frick this. I think I'm hearing some odd noise from in there. A rather high-pitched SOS. It's always a good indicator of wonderful happenings.
즐거운 일이 벌어지고 있다는 뜻이다.
I don't know what you guys mean by next season. Okay, whatever.
소리가 들리는데 웃을 일이냐고요.
I'll figure this out, I guess. Can you not giggle about sounds of screaming, please?
익숙한 높낮이다. 이 정도의 대시.
I am familiar with this tone.
고함 소리와
The
일치한다.
decibel range of this screaming is an exact match with Don Quixote's.
잠깐.
Wait, we have yet to conduct a threat assessment of the combat area. That area appears to be closed off space, which means
히스클리프군이 있었다.
Otis, were Heathcliff with us, he would have said as such. Said what? I think I know. How bloody frustrating. Quit winging your... Pick up your tools and get cracking.
제법 웃기네요.
Yeah, I already got the our lovely Cliffy. That was pretty close. Ismail soon blasted the door open with a powerful kick. Ishi is suddenly kicking down doors. Oh my god. Meanwhile,
뭐야? 나 왜 묶여 있는 건데?
What the hell? What the bloody hell are we? Why am I tied up?
미안하네. 우린 아무래도 망한 것 같네.
I mean, I know I can pass on Sinclair, but like as someone who kind of wants to build the Heisho team, I'm just like, I don't know, man. The Heisho team's kind of getting to me. I regretfully say onto D that we are quite screwed.
필시
Forsooth, we are fated to become toys in that hydraulic press. It appears that when the time comes, I shall be turned into a roly-poly toy myself. I trust with every fall.
야, 이상한 소리 그만하고 이것 좀 어떻게 풀어?
Yeah, I'm just collecting all the Heishos. Like they're freaking Pokemons. The only missing Heisho ID right now is probably Marcel. That's all I know. The rest have their Heisho already, technically. I don't think she has though, but Oh, you shut your trap and do something. We've got to get out of these binds.
히스클리프군.
Sir Heathcliff, I apologize profusely. It is true that there was the tiniest bit of selfishness within me that I wished to procure the Red Sox cosplay set for myself. However,
자네의 멋진 옷을
there was no lie that I wished to find the impeccable outfit.
진심이었네.
이 새끼, 내가 그럴 줄 알았어. 너
You little shit. I know this was going to happen. Once I'm out of this bind,
그래도 자네는
at least thou shalt become an elaborate pocket watch. Damn clocks again.
저는
I think they're going to turn me into a box of color pencils.
색도습을
24 vibrant natural colors, or so it says.
살아있는 재료는 오랜만에 보는 것 같음.
I feel like the voice actor are having fun when they recorded the voice. We've not seen living raw materials in a while,
근데
but they're a bit loud. Can you see if my ears are bleeding?
저렇게 악을 쓰는
the, mo-
인간들로 만들어.
the more they scream, the happier our recipients will be. Then let's get carrying.
히스클리프 씨.
Heathcliff, don't go to it. Ah, what a relief.
아직 선물이 되지 않으셨네요.
They've not been turned into gifts yet. I am reading chat and suddenly I just see your chat appear somehow. Voice sure kinda sounds fake, not gonna lie.
꽤 코지한 분위기고.
Quite cozy in here. Everyone,
어떻게?
we're here for you, Heathcliff.
시계 대가리.
Clock it. Damn it, didn't think that I would be this glad to see your back. Looks like we got here in the nick of time. Heathcliff was about to be shoved into the gift-making hydraulic machine press.
자, 내 밧줄을 끌었어.
I have filled your straps. Descent. Look, I'm not the type to wear my heart on my sleeve, but after you lot saved me from getting turned into a pocket watch, I have to say it that
시계가
you absolute idiots. You two had one job to remain by the executive manager's side, yet you let yourselves be captured like this.
됐다. 취소할란다.
You know what? Forget it.
자,
Right, get a hold of yourself, you two.
관리자님.
Manager,
이제
what
어떻게 하실
now?
거죠?
Well, we've got to trash this place. Come on, get ready to wear your identities. Do I wanna know what you're talking about? I don't think so.
언제나 순탄치 않았고 때로는 어설펐지만 시비 숨긴 여러분과 함께하는 이 아들 제 마음을 설레게 만들었거든요. 그렇게 해서 멈추고 싶지 않아요.
Oh, whoops.
이 거리는 충분해. 너한테 알겠지만
아, 여기선 이런 공격이 잘 먹히는군요. 다들 첫 여정을 시작했을 때보다 정말 강해지셨네요.
I'm not familiar with that song, so.
지금은 감회가 새로워요.
불가 위야. 막아내지 못해.
갑자기 이 정도
Wait, hold on, don't send link on the because I don't know what you might get.
해충들을 도려내라. 묘야. 길을 열어라.
이 정도 탕후의 허덕이나.
Because I think my bot's gonna detect that as a spam or something else.
단테님은 매번 기발한 발상을 떠올리시나요?
놀랐어?
Yeah. One of my mod offered to have the link sent to him.
떨궈주마.
Why not? Yeah. Have you would do that? My ears are getting broken by these freaking sounds, bro.
정당한 공무 집행.
Man, imagine if I have hit cliff right now here.
애무롭게
My ears will be bleeding by the end of this freaking stream.
너한텐 알겠지만
사요. 지금 튀울 수도 없겠구나.
이제 깨우치시게. 이제 깨우치시게.
목을 떨고 갑자기 이 정도 탕후의 허덕이나.
넌 푸름을 튀울 수도 없겠구나.
After we defeated the horde of gnomes, Don Quixote and Heathcliff fell to their knees before everyone. I also knelt down, feeling like I should be down there with them, but Otis tightly pulled me to the side. Wait, I think I've seen art of this. I did not know this. Oh my god. I feel bad for this you.
준비되었어.
I'm ready. Comments, Lady Otis. You absolute buffoons. How did you ever think that this was going to turn out okay? Are you even aware of the risk executive manager took to get here? How worried they were about you two?
사실은
Well, actually, Crockett was in on it from the silence.
관리자님의 이름을
Do not refer to the executive manager with such derogatory language, insolent fool. That was my fault. That was my fault.
어릴 적
My mother used to scold me like this in my youth.
흡사한 관-
Otis did not seem to slow down at all with her stern scoldings, and the pair fell completely silent, their heads hung low. I decided to wander away from this scene. This guilty conscience was too much for me to bear. Is Crayon doing okay?
네.
Yes, she merely lost her consciousness from exposure to excessive degree of psychological shock.
어쩌다 이런 곳에 끌려온
How did you find yourself at a place such as this?
사람
You are a human, right? And we're really in the outskirts? Rayon initially appeared somewhat taken aback from the loads of questions, but she soon began to open up.
역시
So you're really from the city?
도시에서 저는
I'm from Cloud Town. It's a village on the north side of the
마을
outskirts.
사람이에요.
Are there a lot of monsters like those gnomes out there that can speak?
네.
Yeah, there are many more monsters out there other than the gnomes. I've seen a few of them myself, but the village elders told me
있지만
about the rest.
저희 마을은
Our village was built to keep the monsters out, to keep us safe.
하나 오늘도
If this didn't happen, we'd all be preparing dinner back
같이
at the village by now.
갑자기 저들이
So they raided your village.
맞아요.
Yeah, and they attacked us when the hunters were gone, so
원래
we normally don't get raided by them around this time of year, so I thought we were safe, but they suddenly attacked us, rushing in on our slave.
싸워보려 했지.
Some of us tried to fight, but we didn't stand a chance, and everyone
많은 분이 돌아가셨어요.
that they killed got shoved into sacks on that slave. I passed out from the fright, and they thought I was dead too. I got shoved in from the
같이 주머니에
into the sack like the rest of the villagers.
이런 말하기 힘든 얘기까지 들어버렸네. 미안해.
Oh, we forced you to talk about something that couldn't have been easy to go through. I'm sorry. No, it's okay. Can I ask things too?
무엇이다.
Anything.
도시에는
Is it right that crayon boxes in the city have 48 different colors and they have gold and silver colored crayons too? Probably.
그리고
And
도시에는
there's just people in the city, right? No, monsters like the gnomes that
저희를 죽이려는
try to kill us, right?
그거
It's
참
kind of hard to
복잡한
answer that
질문이네.
actually.
높은 곳에
Sometimes
가끔
I'd climb a high hill to look at the city. I always saw pretty colorful lights from up there. So colorful that I don't have enough colors in my crayon box to draw them all. I wish I could live in the city. If I lived there, I'd never have to worry about getting attacked by monsters. I could live happily with all my neighbors.
정말 도시에
You've really never been to the city, huh? I'm sorry.
거기서 거기.
Same story everywhere. Doesn't matter where you are. That always stalks us. Oh, that was so cool. Can you say that again?
더 해주세요.
Huh? That was cool.
그리고
Oh, did you guys say anyone
근처에서 못
else
보셨나요?
nearby by any chance?
여기서
I don't think
사람을 본 적은
we
없는
run
것
into other
같은데요.
humans out here.
그럴 리가.
No, but he has to be here to save us.
어떤 분이신가요?
Who do you mean?
저희 구름 마을에
The best hunter of Cloud Town. If he was at the village, the gnomes wouldn't have.
그 말로
It appears that in the outskirts there are hunters who specialize in hunting monsters, akin to whalers of the Great Lake, Darius.
그런데
But wait,
잠깐만. 사람들을 잡았다가 이런
so if they're kidnapping and killing humans for these gifts,
이 선물은
who are these gifts for?
누구를
Of course, the gifts are for our poor and kind neighbors who do not cry. Executive manager, retreat. I don't know when it happened, but a large shadow was looming over us. What is that thing? I am Santata, bringer of gifts to our neighbors. The what now? Santa, stop flashing. Okay, chill out, bro. The guffawing, I don't know, that giant Garbetian rat carried a massive gift sack on his shoulder. It was definitely not a human. Yeah, it's that kid, the boss. That one's the boss. Whoops. Lo, the crimson garb. That is the crimson garb that I spoke of. The pair immediately jumped up from their knees and began shouting in unison. That's the Red Sox outfit. Oh, then he's already. No, not the Reindeer Man too. Shut it, cut the useless chatter for once. After silencing the pair with a short, stern command, Otis approached me and spoke in a low voice.
관리자님.
Executive manager, since he appeared to be of an intelligent species, I will attempt to parley with it.
여지없이 전투에
But we
돌입할
best
수 있게
prepare for
준비하는
battle in
것이
case the
좋을 것
talk
같습니다.
falls. The talks fall through. You wanna say hi? Tempe is here. I think. Is Tempe still here? Tempe, where you at? That even caught on the. Good to know. I don't know if Tempe is still here. Whatever. Yeah, that's a good idea.
이웃이라면
Ah,
누구를 말하는 거죠?
okay.
도시에 있는 날개나 고객.
What do you mean by neighbors? Wings? Clients from the city? But we are the night entry to the city, are we not?
저 덩어리도 놈인가?
Is that big lump of meat a gnome too?
놈들이
I happened to overhear the gnomes during our time in captivity. They called their master Bear Giant, which I believe is not a gnome.
거인은 또 뭐야?
A giant?
진짜 별게 다 있구만.
Sinners are magical girls, okay. They kinda are, I guess. They can just switch to an identity, so like, I guess, fair enough. A giant? There are really all kinds of monsters out here, huh? Dante, that's not an abnormality, is it? No, that's not an abnormality or a distortion. I'd say it's closer to the whales. Do you yearn for gifts too? Yet your kind already owns all there is to own. We and our neighbors in the outskirts wished so dearly that for that very day, the only day we are allowed joy and comfort in human gifts.
인간으로 장난감을
I see, you
만들었어.
produce toy out of
인간에게 증오를
humans
가진 자들에게 선물하는
and give them to
것이다.
those who harbor hatred for humans.
순수한
Out of
선의만으로
the pure goodness of your heart. Here, where all those who have been marginalized and exiled by humans gather and wallow, we pour our infinite hatred and care into packaging these gifts. Quite the verbose way of saying I refuse to negotiate. Why don't you come here and join us? Become joy to those who need it.
또 한 줄 길을 남겼군.
There's 2 more thingies before I am gonna run away from this stream.
세월이 지나면 내 명을 들은 시비수 결집이다.
That is gonna be a short stream, unfortunately. To be honest, you guys already got an 5 and 8 hour streams last week.
이 앞에 이번에도 가면 원하시는 분들 저희를 잘 끌어주시죠?
Listen, what you want? I already streamed for 8 hours. I think that was enough. Technically 13 hours. With my power going out twice, mind you. Oh, Swift is still here too.
지원해.
Oh wait, I just realized this is a focus combat. Whoops, my bad. Gluttony and run. I did not check if this. I think it allowed Cliff and Dawn to be brought here. Whoops, it's fine, I guess. Can she kill this? I wonder. I don't think so. Power counters.
전투응대에 나선
Gee, thanks.
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
Staggered good enough.
최대전 집행한다.
I think that was a stagger. I wasn't looking.
이건 충분해. 너한테 알겠지만
먹을 콱 물어버리자.
넌 푸름을
다들
틔울 수도 없겠구나.
첫 여정을 시작했을 때보다 정말 강해지셨네요. 매일 보아왔는데도
Can I reset this thing for 1 second?
새로워요.
I did not properly check if I can bring Heathcliff here or not.
예전부터 한 번에 되는 일이 없었지.
I could have bring him here,
대관으로
Damas.
나선 이후부터
주인놈 뜻에 따라 준비 완료.
Hold on.
보는 눈은 있네요.
군주가
의로 잠깐.
주인놈 뜻에 따라 준비 완료.
내 명을 들은 시비수 결집이다.
I have more reasoning for this setup. Don't ask. Wait, no. Man, I'm gonna try this. How? Actually, I don't think that matters. Now that I'm looking, okay. she's fine.
이감을 준비하라. 시간 끌 것 없이
시비수에게 명하라.
모조리 치워.
이 앞에 숨쉬는 작은 달려들구나. 저 해충들을 도려내 영화.
다들 첫 여덟 시작했을 때보다
튀울 수도 없.
여기서 이런 공격이 잘 먹히는
Cool. I'm surprised he did not get a single stack out of that. Okay. Hold on a second. Bloody hell.
불가 위압 막아내지 못하리.
목을 떨궈주마.
He's losing that class, alright. Damn.
재밌잖아.
이 거리는 충분해. 너한테 멀겠지만.
불가 위압 막아내지 못하리. 틈나군요. 이제 깨우치시길.
진짜 이 정도 탕류에 넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
괜찮지 싶네.
담태님은 매번 기발한 발상을 떠올리시네요.
키울 수도 없겠구나.
Okay, God, I better fought this guy, so I have no idea what this game is actually very skilled. What the hell was that sudden charge? What? What? He does have charge. Okay. Head clip with that ass. Okay.
먹을 콱 물어버리자고.
고작 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나. 결정 영화.
Humans, I'll separate the flesh from your bones. Santata's gut suddenly began to expand. All of you, hold your breaths. Suddenly, a large figure leaped out of the dark and slammed what looked like a stake into Santata's gut.
이런 냄새는 처음 봤어.
This is my most foul. I think I'm about to pass out.
쓰레기가 붙는 듯.
A scent of potently fetid perfume lingers. Some sinners dropped to the floor while the others gagged profusely. Clearly, this was a rather painful experience for all.
유독성이 있는 가스는
This
아닌
gas
것 같습니다.
does not appear to be toxic. However, its scent seems to evoke a rather extreme level of discomfort.
북쪽의 거인을 쓰러뜨렸지만
So you've defeated a northern giant, yet you don't seem to know the proper procedure for what
무시해서 온 사냥꾼들이
to do afterward. Are you hunter from the city? Hunters from the city. Proper procedures.
북쪽의 거인은 죽기 직전
Immediately before that, a
전후에 터뜨리면서
northern giant's body filled with noxious gas before exploding in a rain of acid. The man who staked the Santata's gut explained as he approached us.
이 가스가 산성 체계로
You have to puncture a hole in its guts to let out the gas before its internal organs condense into acidic fluid. Allowing it to cause a chain reaction could complicate things. Look, that's the hunter guy.
또 한 줄 기를 담겨
Last, yes.
핏물
And it's reading.
뿐이지만
After this, I'm gonna do some farming behind the scenes.
더럽게 안 빠지네.
The stains won't come off. Who's that now? Mr. Dummy. Okay, jeez. Chill out. You're lucky I did not have. No, you're unlucky that I did not have my volume on very high right now. I feel like I've always seen you two just using the 3D the most. All that I'm seeing is just Swift and Tempe from recently. What you mean that's cheating? I'm reading. Mr. Domino. Crayon, who'd been holding her breath with her fingers over her nostrils, ran up to the large man and hugged him. At least you're safe, Crayon. That's good. After stumbling for a moment due to the stench, most likely, Otis briefly gasped for air before approaching Domino. Hey you, identify yourself. Name's Domino. I'm a monster hunter from Cloud Town. I don't suppose I can call it a town anymore now that it's just me and Crayon that's left. Relax, I wouldn't even think of hurting any of you. So you're the hunter that the girl mentioned. Otis relaxed upon Domino's confirmation. She leaned on a wall and looked to the floor in relief. Normally, around this time of the year, these monsters would have gone further north to a different village. So I was on an expedition to help them out. Looks like they decided to switch things up this time around. When I returned, they'd already finished their raid on our village and left. Damn it, they used to be predictable, attacking only right before Christmas. Do these tragedies happen often? Though I can't speak for the city, I can say that this is a common occurrence in the outskirts. It's a hellish place to live, if you can call it. If you can even call this living. Survival alone is a miracle out here. Oh, let me drink. Are there a lot more places out here like this? Like this mockery of a gift factory? No, can't say I've seen a factory like this anywhere else, but I can tell you one thing. Compared to some worse things that could have happened, this tragedy was nothing. That's the natural order of things in the outskirts. I do wonder sometimes if we were in the city, no matter how bad it gets in there, it must be better than living this living hell. It was no easy contemplation to answer. The outskirts must be a hellish place to live, if that's what he's told me is anything to go by, but the city they admire so much isn't such a warm place itself, from what I've seen in my journey for so far at least. Aha, then accompany us back to the city. We were on our... Don Quijote stopped herself, realizing that every other sinner was giving her a look of disapproval. Thank you for your kind words, at least. I wish it were that easy. If I could at least let this child enter the city somehow, just like that. But the city has no place to spare for this child, not even a small corner of it. Even if you were to somehow make it past the city's walls, there are countless variations of paperwork and procedures you must overcome before you can live the kind of life you desire. And what will people like us even do with such paperwork? And where will we find them out here? We've not studied or worked to find a job in the city, as some youths of other villages do. Mister. There was an uncomfortable silence. Domino cleared his throat and continued. I must still extend my gratitude for keeping the girl safe until my arrival. I know a good way to extend your gratitude. Maybe you can extend us a nice pouch of shiny and jangling back of... Rodian's eyes were twinkling. The lingering stench made it difficult for her to speak, but she was determined to make her point. Something shiny and jangling. Sure, maybe I can give you a tour of some antique items I kept at home. Precious items and salvage from the locomotive tracks of the outskirts. Not something you'll see every day in the city, I'm sure. Items from the outskirts. That tour alone could be worth much more than just pure cash. Pause. There's still a decent chance that the door we entered through might just shut behind us, right? Indeed. In fact, it is unclear whether the door is still open. I recommend a quick return to the bus now that our two primary objectives have been secured. So she says, if you will permit me to speak my mind, Executive Manager, even if this is not the Great Lake, the outskirts is an extremely perilous place. This curiosity cannot be a reason for us to risk getting stranded in this environment. Looks like you've got to hurry back. Well then, catch. Domino tossed a carved wooden doll in my direction.
위험한 것은 아닌
It
모양이다.
does not appear to be anything dangerous. Let us inspect it further after we return.
확인해보죠.
We mustn't dally any longer than we have to. Yeah, good idea. Some sinners had passed out and had to be carried by others. Most could not stop gagging at the stands, but we still made our way back to the door.
아직 열려 있어.
The door has remained open. We made it back to the safety of my Christophilus. Sometime later.
구린 냄새.
Ooh, stinky. Karen, evacuate. Karen quickly made her escape to the decks. I know this will happen, to be honest. And Virgilius greeted us in the cabins with a terrifying gaze. Looks like everyone's had quite the adventure. Covered in blood and guts, and with a disgusting stench to boot. Oh, this is... Manager, I can't hear you anyway. So just reply to my query with a nod or a shake. Your replies better match up with my expectations, of course. I have but one question. Was it you who made the call? I hesitated for a moment before nodding affirmatively. I might get reprimanded, or maybe he has worse things in mind for me, but it was I who decided to go along with their plan. This would not have happened without my authorization. Good, then my questioning is over. Huh? I will leave it to you to deal with this mess. You may rest afterward, and please do something about this foul stench. Well then. With that, Virgilius disappeared into the back door once again. I was expecting him to fucking... had the same thought as Dante, good lord. Huh, that's unexpected. I thought my time had finally come. Same.
잘된 건 아니겠는가?
Be glad. The best consultation is a consultation not had, indeed. Alas, behold, one and all. I do not know when she had the time to pick it up in all that chaos, but Don Quixote managed to haul a huge sack of gift back to my Christophilus.
그 난장판 속에서
You picked
뭘
that up from all that mess.
그 못된 놈들이 전선으로 꾸며놓은
I have laid claim upon the evil gnome's trinkets. Now that's some real commitment. What's all that for?
몰라서 묻는 것인가?
Ah, art thou truly unaware of mine intentions? This for adoring our ship with Christmas decoration.
벌써요?
Wait, now? But we're still like 3 months away from Christmas. Agreed, let us not risk filling old wounds to lower the morale of our companies. Oh, it's okay. It's been getting better with time, little by little.
다들 성장하는
Yeah, we can all grow beyond it eventually.
훌륭하오.
You not tired from reading? That was a complete other lie. But the 5 hours is kind of my... I don't know. my average now. So no. Marvelous.
그런 의미에서
Then this appears to be an occasion most fit for a party. Then what say you? Don't tell me you went through all that trouble for some party decorations.
단테의 설명대로라면
According to Dante's explanations, this incident was spurred on by Heathcliff's need for an outfit. Heathcliff has been silently brooding in his seat with his face buried in his palms, out of shame most likely. Verily, yet that very costume we had thought was worn by none other than that monstrous giant. I don't suppose it would fit Sir Heathcliff anyhow.
됐어.
Forget it, it wasn't the kind of look I was going for anyway.
히스
What did I say, Heath? We'll help you out as soon as we land, Kay?
해준다니까.
또 옷인데.
The outfit's one thing, yeah, but the...
지나쳐온
You are
헤어
speaking
커플을
of the
발행한
port ship
한국
we
선물을
sailed
말하는
past.
것인가?
The port ship on which the hair salon that printed those hair coupons conduct their business. We are still on this damn hair coupon. This. All this reading is like a bedtime story. You know, you're not the first to say that. Damn.
경로가 달라. 그건 사용할 수 있는 조건이 갖춰질 수 없었다.
The coupons could not be used as the port ship was not on our chartered route.
머리는 제가
Leave it to me
만져드릴게요.
to style your hair. I've done my sisters and younger siblings' hair pretty often.
여기에 얼마나 더 떠 있을 줄 알고. 그리고
We don't know how long we'll be floating on this damn lake anyway. Besides,
난 애초에
I don't even know how
뭐가
to
나쁜지도
dress myself
모른단
proper.
말이야.
I was going to
일단
attempt the trial
시행착오를
and
해보고.
error method.
애초에
Okay, but can you at least tell us what it is?
불안해하는 거야?
What it is that Virgilius gave you, just so that we know what exactly you're so anxious about. Started. After a deep, heavy sigh, Heathcliff produced a letter.
그
So that's the something Virgilius gave you?
아,
Oh, I remember. My family is used to.
저희도 썼던 적이 있어요.
My family's used this envelope before. It's made from really expensive paper, made only in limited quantities at a time. It's quite a luxurious envelope.
읽어봐도 되는 거야? 히스?
Can we read it?
그래. 뭐
Sure, it's
대단한
nothing
것이
impressive.
있는 것도.
그럼
Then Dante, why don't you read it out loud for the rest of us? Oh dear lord. Sure. Rotia handed me the letter. It was written in a beautiful series of cursive handwriting drawn to an almost calligraphic perfection. I began reading. From Wuthering Heights. We cordially extend you, honored guests, an invitation to the blank. What's this here? Somebody colored over this part of the letter. Well, I'll keep reading. Venue, Wuthering Heights, T-Corp Nest. Is that really in T-Corp Nest? What did I think? Okay, whatever. I swear Wuthering Heights was in freaking W Corp, but whatever. Should you accept our invitation, please convene at the designated location by 4 in the afternoon on the 24th with this letter on your person. Please honor this occasion with your presence. With great respect, Nelly. Nelly mentioned. Oh, and down here's a postscript. It's written in a different handwriting from the rest of the letter. P.S. You have to be there, Hit. I'll be waiting. Kathy. We had no way to tell what kind of occasion it was on account of it being colored over, but clearly the rest of the letter's contents had stoked the fire of passion in Heathcliff's heart once again.
그러니까
So, you gotta look fashionable and classy for this Kathy person, right?
그것도 없지는 않은데.
Why you want me to
그거
read
말고
pumpkin? That was a late reply from me, but well, yeah, but there's more to it than. Shh, quiet now.
기다리기 힘들어.
Now I can clearly see why you were so. Oh dear God.
히스?
Man. Okay, listen here. Now I can clearly see why you were so impatient. Shit.
뭐야?
Why are you looking at me like that? Right.
공루 선생?
I'll leave it
헤어스타일링은
up to you to style his hair, master hairdresser Honglu. I won't call myself a master.
야 잠깐.
Wait.
어디로 끌고 가는 거야?
Where are you taking me? What in the bloody hell is this? Yeah, Rodia's got quite the grip strength. You won't free yourself from her anytime soon. The two sinners, practically hauling Heathcliff by his arms, disappeared into the back door. Well, I think he's dead. Dead from the... Now Heathcliff's fate was sealed. To be a mannequin to a now motivated and unbearably bored Rodia's various experimentations.
이 장식을
Aha,
걸어놓으면
I can hang this trinket here and Don Quixote began humming a song, a carol perhaps, as he placed the various trinkets around the bus. I decided to go to the deck for some air. I leaned on the railing and dug through my pockets. The wooden doll Domino the hunter gave me just as we hurriedly left. I already forgot what's tempting. I held it and felt its texture under my fingers. My eyes looked into the distance towards where the outskirts lie. I thought for a moment about the gnomes, the giants, and the things Domino told me. I suppose there are people with stories in the outskirts too. story is different from those of the city. Foss approached from behind and stood next to me. I wasn't sure how much of what I said she heard.
별을 하나씩
Follow the
따라가다
stars,
보면
Dante, star by star. Then you will one day learn.
특별한 요사는
So for now, follow the closest star that shines before your eyes. Yeah, I'll have to focus on the stories of the city for now. I don't even know who I really am, after all. I heard Hong Lu hit to screaming and somebody else, I don't know. There was so many, so many noises. Joyous laughter and frustrated howls echoed out of the cabins. They must have finished dressing up Heathcliff. Why don't we go take a look at how Heathcliff is doing, boss?
거절하기 어려운
You make a
제안이야.
rather tempting offer, Dante. Okay. The added color to the business... oh wait, not business, bus. Okay, whoops. The added color to the bus's interior warmed my heart a little. And there goes Intervallo. There is still more Intervallo 3. What the fuck? Let me at least claim this thing. Can I? I can gamble. I'm gonna gamble here. I guess. Go all in. Okay. No gold. That's fine. I have not gotten a gold in a good while. I'm not gonna lie. I did get the gold pretty early on, but it was an ID that I already have. Because I want her... Where is it? Where is she? I want to try at least getting this ID. Because unfortunately I can't exchange it here. So that's that. Since this still seemingly counts as a Intervallo 3, I think I'm gonna continue this. The frick is that supposed to... What do you mean, why the hell did I get David Sinclair? Man, hell to this, I am so confused now. Actually, I don't think I can continue this. How much can I continue this, Teras? I don't think that's enough for this solitaire thingy. Also, this place looks familiar. Are you talking about Ryoshu or someone else? What the hell? Man, I'm so confused. What's the point that you're trying to get across here? I was trying to at least get the Kurokomo Ishmael. What the hell does that have to do? It's not, is Ishmael not like a bleed? That one is bleed now. Where's Ishi? I swear that ID is a... Where the frick is she? That's a bleed ID. That much is true, but I gotta build a bleed ID at some point as well. So we're finally here, eh? Heathcliff Looked out the rattling bus window with a dour expression. Atau we're still in the sea? I guess not. So sinking, what other thing is there? Sinking, bleed, and burn are all freaking expensive. I don't think I have many choice, to be honest. I can't even do anything at this point. Like, I just have to slowly build them up, like, because the only freaking team that I have right now is Raptor. If it's gonna become useless at some point somewhere in the game, I don't think I'm gonna suffer if I don't try to build a team now. I mean, I do have poise, but like, I swear that poise team is missing like at least one good idea for like. Heathcliff looked out the rattling bus window with a dour expression. Though it wasn't raining, the world outside was grey and opaque, like an overcast sky. Hold on a second. Geez, fine. I'll try to get the Blade Lineage IDs, I guess. Then I worry about the egos. Man, don't even talk about the egos. Though it was... Okay, I already read on. Black pungent clouds of smoke and had long devoured the atmosphere. So this is the kind of place Heathcliff used to roam. What the frick? The color remains grey. This is deep into the heart of the back streets. I recall with quite the certitude that the T-Corp I arrived at after my departure from S-Corp was sepia-hued. This phenomenon can be explained by the fact that the technology used to drain our saturation is situated at the center of T-Corp. It has been reported that such variations in hue may occur in areas further away from its sphere of influence. I understand then. Two other sinners immediately jumped in on the conversation to direct it away from whichever obscure subject Yisang and Foss were about to steer into. Oh, right. I had something to ask you guys. Yeah, me too. What? I mean, yeah, that's that. Oh, yeah. The buildings here look a little different from where Yisang used to live. So I'm just wondering if there's anything up with that. Exactly, that's exactly what I was about to ask. It's been a while since we started on this journey together. I was starting to grow more comfortable with the sinners. Maybe that's why I found Gregor and Rothia's valiant effort to keep this conversation remotely comprehensible to most occupants of the bus. Pretty amusing. Allow me to elaborate then. To discuss this subject, we must first... And Yisang, unknowingly shooting down their effort by jumping into another complicated discussions, was another sight I'd become familiar with. While I was curious about the technology T-Corp uses to drain our color, and about the behind the scenes of T-Corp's operations, it wasn't something that could be answered now. I decided to table that discussion for later. Instead, I approached Heathcliff. He was sitting all by his lonesome, clearly in deep thought. Clockhead. Still racking your head about what to wear to Wuthering Heights? What? No, it's nothing like that. Heathcliff protested, jumping up from his seat. Looks like I hit the nail right on the head. Fine, I was a little bit, but I was mostly reminiscing. I don't remember hearing Heathcliff used to live in the back streets, a part of some syndicate, if I recall correctly. Virgilius did say that we were going through the back streets instead of going straight through to the T-Corp nest for a reason, and it was because of the company's order. Maybe there's something for us to do here. Heathcliff did some time in the T-Corp back streets after all. Maybe we'll run into a golden boat here. No chance. If the golden bot was as common as any other twig in some backstreets, why we'd be doing any of this globe-trotting waste of time? It's true, I guess.
애초에 그 여러
Besides, Wuthering Heights is quite the manor in more ways than one. You won't find it anywhere near some random backstreets like this. There's a chasm of wealth between these poor alleyway sots and them. After all, they've sent me an invitation. Quite obvious that we'll find our golden bot in that manor, in it, or at least somewhere in the same nest.
맞습니다.
Correct. We will eventually
저희는
travel to
최종적으로
T-Corp's
피살통제로
nest.
향할
Heathcliff continued to speak in a low voice. The hubbub from outside the bus seemed to blend with his words, turning into a mass of murmurs. There was a sort of commotion outside. Before we talk about wherever our eventual destination is, we'll have to clear the roads of some blockage. Your intuition is half right, Heathcliff. Heathcliff, who was muttering to himself in an uncharacteristic daze, jolted awake. Bloody hell, what's wrong with you and your broom lass? Neither of you ever do anything with a proper forewarning. I just realized I can see Caron in this scene. Oh my god. I simply did not see the necessity in warning you. Anyway, those outside the bus are our targets. I believe that he means to say that they must be eliminated. I feel compelled to let you know that this is not the only implications of the word target, though I am yet to be informed of the precise details of this mission, that is. Regardless, you are to make contact with a target among them. Find the target and extract the necessary intel. Is this clear enough for you, manager? How are we supposed to find this target if you're not even going to tell us who it is?
타겟을 특정할 방법이
Don't tell us if there are any identifying characteristics to this target. I'm sure you'll find out when you get there. You are asking me questions I have no answers to, Dante. Don't waste your time. Well, off the bus, all. I was somewhat wary of the way Virgilius answered me, but even in murky situations like this, we've always managed to pull through anyway. I'm sure things will get a little clearer once we get there. I slowly disembarked the bus with the rest of the sinners. When I am locked in, I am suddenly able to read much more smoothly after that. Let's stay with Steam, I guess.
필두, 출진.
Actually, I should have checked if I can level up Heathcliff. That's fine, I guess. That one's headed your way, Aniki. Don't worry about me, I'll handle him. Try not to get yourself killed. You got that? What a mess. We walked out of the bus and right into what appeared to be a battlefield of a violent gang war. Black cloaks flutter under the gray sky, and bloodthirsty blades clashed violently. The bus had stopped not even 30 paces away from the thick of the battle. The Kurokumo clan? The Kurokumo clan. I've heard of them before. I'm sure we had some identities from that syndicate. Some identity cards say Wakatsu too. They're a pretty large subsidiary of an even larger syndicate called the Tam. I think that identities wore outfits similar to the ones they're wearing here. I think you're right. But who are they fighting? It's gotta be a strife. Heathcliff replied in a monotone voice like he was reading from an encyclopedia. It ain't a rare sight to see syndicates fighting one another in the back streets. Must be something about street tax or some other trivial turf dispute. Leeches, blood-sucking curse seeking to oppress and exploit the weak with violence. P, there is nary a place these scums do not infest. It ain't anything new, lass. Most syndicates are like that. The only difference between them is how they are willing to go. Like, right, there he is. Blokes like that one over there, the one walking right at us. Heathcliff raised his bat and pointed at the approaching man. He wore the same outfit as the other Kurokumo clan members. The hell are you looking at? Crowding like you're here to start shit. Gotta keep pointing that bat at me? You wanna go? Is that it? Hey, lower your weapon. Let's not do anything rash. No need to escalate this further, is there? Otis stepped in to warn Heathcliff, but he did not budge. He remained motionless, the bat still raised and pointing threateningly at the approaching man.
결말이 뻔히 나
One wonder
있는데
what we do here. It's a foregone conclusion
저자가 결국
that we're
싸워야만
going to
하는
have to
거야.
fight him.
뻔하지 뭐.
Right on, lad.
항쟁을 하고
They're in the
있었던
middle of a
놈들이니
strife.
당연히
They'll
여긴 자기네 땅이라고
be
우기고.
real sensitive about making it clear that this is their turf.
그러는 와중에
What better way to do it than
제
forcing some
모양새는
unwitting travelers to pay the toll for the road? Looks like we've got a smart one here. The Kurokumo clan henchman strutted before us like he owned the place.
정한가 싶다가
Just as I began to wonder about how dumb you could possibly be, you showed your shrewd detective side. Gotta say, it's a real mystery. Ismail muttered at Heathcliff, who was shrugging at us with an expression that clearly read, "I told you so."
잘 알고 있는 것 같으니까
Well, since it looks like you
간단히 해주지.
clowns already know how this works, let me get straight to the point.
행세.
The toll is 500,000 an per person. Good luck at the end of this intervallo. Oh dear God.
어디?
That is if I can even get there, to be honest, because I don't know if I have enough energy to get there. To be honest.
저 뒤에 버스도 너희들이 타고
Let's
온
see
거겠지?
here. 1, 2, right. I counted 13 of you here. And since you guys all rode in on a bus, I'm sure there's a driver in there too.
포함해서
Don't just skimp out on us now.
괜히 안쪽까지
I'd like-
뒤지다가
I'd like it if we didn't have to make this business messy by going through the bus ourselves.
한테
Did you hear that, Dante? This is totally a highway robbery. It kind of is, isn't it? Well, it didn't really matter how much they were asking for. I wasn't going to negotiate with them anyway. Ishmael turned and looked quietly in my direction. I nodded back. Halt, there, in that field of battle. Don Quixote pointed at something.
쓰러진 자가 있어.
There lies a wounded
저자를
dame.
도와야 하지 않겠는가?
We must make haste and rescue her. Though we'll agree now. Just as Don Quixote said, I could catch a glimpse of someone bleeding out on the ground through the chaos of clashing blades and black cloaks.
야,
Oh, what I say, what this justice rubbish. This is a syndicate turf war, yeah. No one's more or less honorable than the other.
동의한다.
Agreed, it is no complicated mathematics to expect unnecessary allied casualties in this effort should we involve ourselves in this conflict.
하지만 저리
Alas, I do not wish to leave her behind so undefended. I guess it's an improvement. In the early days of our adventures, we would have been dragged into this conflict 5 minutes ago thanks to Don Quixote's recklessly valiant rescue attempt. I suppose she learned her lessons by trials of fire. She was starting to show restraints for once. But it's a bit different this time. Okay, so I do think that we have to help that woman, but...
뭐?
What?
관리자님?
Manager?
이
I didn't think that this was what
이러시면
that note was about. No, I'm not saying that we should get involved because it's the right thing to do or anything like that. If Virgilius was telling us the truth earlier, there is a chance that we were purposefully made to drive right through this strife, which means that there must be something here they're expecting us to find. They always put us in harm's way for a reason, after all. I just have a feeling that the wounded woman might have something to tell us, maybe an intel of some kind. And if it turns out that we were supposed to get that intel from Kurokumo clan and not that woman, then I suppose we'll have to beat it out of them.
훌륭하십니다.
Marvelous, executive manager. I, Otis, am actually awestruck by your genius. Actually, what is she implying that her usual Ferrari is phony?
진짜 아니.
I don't like the way you're treating the Kurokumo clan like we're some pack of stray dogs.
적을 구하니
And don't think I missed that sympathetic look you gave her, which could only mean that you clowns are chummy with the blade lineage. I could practically hear our negotiations, not that I was going to negotiate, falling apart as the man drew his blade. A rational deliberation followed by a sensible decision. I will return my appreciation for your magnificent leadership with a flawless victory. All units prepare for battle.
즐거움 언제나 순탄치 않았고
Skipping is ending.
시비수에게며 여러분과 함께하는
Not gonna, I kinda want to grab a snack because I'm getting kinda hungry.
그렇게 여기서 멈추고 싶지 않아요.
Fish.
춤들을 도려내라. 연화.
아, 여기선 이런 공격이 잘 먹히는군요.
Don't I have also the cheese one? I swear I put that out. Yeah, there is.
꿈을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
I should have added a gif of spinning fish when you when you claim fish. I'm gonna do that later then, I guess.
다들 첫
이것도
여정을
충분해. 너한테 알겠지만
매일 보아왔는데도
위가 위야.
감회가
Yeah. Just a fish spinning in place. Some of this does not have anything because I'm not sure what to add to them. So like I just left them as nothing for now. It will carry trust. Her on level 28.
마당하지 못해.
But I'm not sure if I'm getting tickets from these fights, but if I am, then I'm gonna try them, I guess.
도려내라.
If not, then practice.
이제 깨치시겠.
Any level is good. Are we sure about that?
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나. 결정. 연화.
우와, 봤어요, 단장님? 돌아오면 칭찬을 잔뜩 해주셔야겠는걸요?
You sinking specially? You want me to bring my Yisang then?
먹을 콱 물어버리시고.
Actually, he's level 1, never mind. Actually, is he level 1? Damn, I don't remember. I've been focusing on the Heisho, so I am lost on what level is everyone else.
허저.
Sad. All bark, no bite. Truly a disappointment. While the rest of the sinners were slowly recovering from the excitement of battle, Don Quixote did not waste a second before bolting forth to the woman's side. I must check that pulse.
아,
Oh, so you can check her pulse through her forehead. I didn't know that was possible. Phong now. The lady lives. So this last has the intel we need. The sinners one by one began to gather around the woman. Hold on. She was dressed in all black garb like the Kurokumo clan members, but her weapon and her outfit were unmistakably distinct. Bright lineage, huh? I looked around at the defeated Kurokumo clan members, then back at her. The difference became even more apparent. Don Quixote slowly and tragically shook her head after checking the pulse on others.
관리자님.
Executive Manager, I have questioned some Kurokumo clan's members during the battle, but no notable intelligence has been gained. So it's just her then. I hope my gut feeling proved me right.
산자는 이제밖에
The lady that appeared to be the sole survivor. We must move her to the bus and administer first aid post haste. What does those say to that? Yeah, I don't see any other way. I mean, she's covered in blood. We don't carry a first aid kit with us, and I can't turn the clock to heal her. So, Marcel, do you mind carrying her back to the bus?
알겠습니다.
I do not. Thus, we met our way back to the bus. Marcel carrying the dying Blade Lineage member.
잼짝을
I see that you have hauled
달고 왔군.
in another baggage. Virgilis didn't seem very happy about this.
관리자.
Manager, since when did bringing an unauthorized and verified guest into our bus become such an acceptable practice? We had no choice. We have to save her first if we are going to get any answers out of her.
정보가 있을 것이라고
Dante explained that this
판단되는
individual will
우선
be of no
구명해야
use
한다고 판단했다고
to us the seas.
말하고
If she carries the intel we need, then we must first ensure that she survives.
호스트도
On that,
이 부분은
Foss
동의합니다.
agrees with Dante's decision. What's done is done. However, do be mindful of bringing in strangers onto this bus from now on, Dante. I had the feeling that Virgilius had much more to say than that, but he simply sighed and dropped the subject. Well, I believe that Manager Esquire had made a decision most just. Thanks. Just as I was starting to dread that this boss was doomed to be eternally uncomfortable, Yi Sang emerged from the back door with good news. I have done what I can now. And before he even finished his sentence, the woman was awake. You look familiar. Where have I seen you before by chance?
그렇지 않았습니다.
Before I do anything though, I would like to check something. He is level 1. Lovely. I have not gotten much tickets from this, so I cannot do anything. I do have this level 50 ticket thing, but it's only one. That sucks ass. Man, I would love to bring her in here, because I would have replaced her with Ryoshu. No, replace Ryoshu with her. Where?
아, 여기는
Welcome to the
버스
bus. Oh,
아니에요? 저희는
and oh, we are an orgy. The blade lineage woman sprang from her prone position, grabbing the sword next to her. She held the grip of her blade, ready to draw it at any moment.
이놈들은 누구냐?
Identify yourselves. Are you with the Kurokuma clan?
아니라고.
No. So we're...
그런데 왜?
Then why does that
그들이
woman
쓰는
wield
무기야
an odachi? That's an odachi? I did not realize that.
그냥
I can't tell from this freaking... Okay, well. She will not listen. We should kill her. Ryoshu, no!
두 가지 이유로
She pisses me off for 2 reasons.
하나는
One, she
대화를
refused to
주고받지
listen,
않은
making this
쓸데없이
conversation
이야기를
longer than
길게
it needed
늘리게
to be.
하는 또 하나는
Two, she dared
그
to
밥벌어지는
compare
쓰레기 같은
their
나의
scrap
불쌍한
metals to my
나의
blade.
고픈
Is there any reason for me not to proceed with her? Oof, clock. Yeah, there is. You can't tell us anything if she's dead. Ryoshu often shows bursts of emotion in the most unexpected times, but at least she listens when I ask her to, which is a relief. I wonder why. We're gonna find out in the next canto that's coming out. I don't know how long more. I suppose your blade is not exactly like theirs. Your uniform is certainly different. And you, who might you be? You certainly wear a rather loud timepiece. Are you unable to communicate otherwise? They are our manager. Their vocalization will not reach your ears. I recognize the scent of your voice, Caris. It's familiar. Even in the districts that I have resided in I not met fellows who speak as I do. Speak as you do indeed, yet I sense familiarity in your choice of verbiage. You must be from District 19, S-Corp, are you? Though I have fled, that is where I hail from. I see, so you have also left your home behind. My compatriots often, I guess that means, I don't know, share the same fate as we do. Perhaps meeting someone from the same home district helped. The woman visibly relaxed before slumping down on a nearby chair. Her breathing was labored. My name is Yi Sang. I have operated on the wounds you have suffered. So I have acted with such brutishness despite your kindness. Please accept my apologies. Call me Aingdu. I am a Salsu from the lineage that deals in blades. Oh, Dante, maybe you can help. We can leave the talking to Yi Sang this time. Looks like we can sit back and let him handle this. I know that, replying quickly to Rotia's whispers. If you are from District 19 S-Corp territory, then you must be aware of who we are. I am somewhat aware, though I am far from acquainted with tales from the streets. I have heard that the Blade lineage is bound to no master, no land, yet once do you flee? It is a tale far too long to be shared in full. All I may divulge is that we had no choice but to seek a territory for us to thrive in. Perhaps there is aught that we could do to assist. Should you deign to impart us with the peculiars of your pursuers. Engdo shot a sweeping glance at all of us. Her eyes appeared heavy with crushing exhaustion.
그들을 전부 해치운
If you and
자들이라면
your fellows were skilled enough to defeat this group of foes, then all of you must be quite capable.
우두머리와 친하들이
Kurokomo clan has put a bounty on our heads, our mentor, my fellows, all of us.
경쟁 수준이 아닌데? 단순히 땅 따먹기가 아니라 원한이라도 걸려 있는 건가?
Give me 1 second, I gotta refill my water. Alright. Hold on, this ain't just any other strife then. That sounds more personal than your usual turf war. Turf war, where?
네 인생이 어지러운 것은
As it has always been, District 19 is fraught with corruption and disturbance to the lives of the public.
그러나 애쓰사
There is very little that us men and women of the blade, who seek not else but to train and walk the path of martial arts, can do to change the wings now known as what now? Or escort. As the old saying goes, what other choice does a monk who abhor his temple have but to leave it behind? Thus we have departed from our home. So the people of Escorp suffer still. We had departed in search of a new home, yet it was no easy journey. Most territories have already been made home by others. In order for us to settle, conflict was unavoidable. In the midst of those conflicts, I have the memory of our mentor bringing us an invitation to enter a library of sorts. Library mentioned. Virgilius, who had been sitting quietly with one leg over the other on a chair far from the rest of us, visibly reacted. I think I remember that the word library always got a genuine reaction out of Virgilius. You have the memory, quite an odd way to phrase your own recollections. We arrived at the library, hoping to escape the Kurokomo clan's clutches, but all we had done was to lead ourselves into just another field of battle. We were handily defeated. Then all of a sudden, we found ourselves stranded in the back streets of T-Corp upon our waking. The bizarreness of such an experience can only be described by an expression just as odd. Mentor Bambuk added Kim. Her eyes suddenly widened mid-sentence. Engdo slipped from her seat. I believe that our mentor remains there still. We must make haste to Yongjin building.
조심하시게. 그렇게 격정적으로 움직이면
They're in lore. That's why they seem so freaking. Oh my god. I might have seen their sprites then somewhere. I think I might have caught the glimpse then. That's why I say that she looks familiar. Damn. Be not so hasty. Such wild movements may tear the wounds that I have. Okay. What the heck? Is she dead? It is no surprise that a sudden rise in blood pressure in lieu of blood supply would cause one to faint. She has merely lost her consciousness. You were right, manager. She did have some useful intels for us. Yongjin building. I suppose we have some business there then. Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know what this has to do with our mission, if any. Or maybe it's that library that we should danger. A bunch of people in Mephi's way, swinging swords around, black clothes. Passengers, move out, protect Mephi. Executive manager, they appear to be Kurokumo clan's reinforcements. Well, what can we do? We'll have to think about this later. For now, let's take care of the reinforcement. The library got destroyed. Damn. Why are you giving me out Library of Ruinas lore? You know what? I'm gonna do something. Hold on.
여기서 이런 공격이 잘 먹히는 거야?
Library of Ruina is 29 euro. Oh my god. Expensive. Kind of.
다들 시작했을 때보다 강해지셨네요. 매일 보아왔는데도 지금은 감회가 새로워요.
Man, I've been contemplating to buy L Corp and also Library of Ruina, but I do not have enough money to buy them. Man, I would love to, but like, I have 10 euro. What the hell you want me to do? Because I am slightly curious about like PM's other games. Let me out of here. Actually, let me wishlist this, I guess, if I can. Roblox knockoff Elcott. I think I saw you play that once. No thanks though. Okay. They are now in my wish list.
와, 봤어요, 단테님? 돌아오면 칭찬을 잔뜩 해주셔야겠는걸요?
또 한 줄 길을 다
That's good to know. Okay.
핏물진 길일 뿐이지만 세월이 지나면
I don't think I have enough to reach the 12th one because I think I can only
이
reach
홍로가 무엇을 바꾸었는지를
9 at this point. How much can I level her up with these things right now? Not much. Literally nothing.
내 명을 들은 시비수
Man.
결집이다.
Oh, fight first, then combat. No,
시비수라기는 건
not combat. Trading.
이야기 숨쉬자. 이번에도 분명 원하시는 길로 저를 잘 이끌어주시겠죠?
Just do last excavation. Okay, I'm gonna do it after this then.
이 거리는 충분해. 너한테 멀겠지만.
저희에게도 이런 힘을 베풀어 주시다니 마음씨가 넓은 분이실까요? 아, 실수로 주셨더라.
What you mean now? I actually don't.
시작했을 때
Am I doing it or not?
정말 강해지셨네요. 매일 보아하는
이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나
아,
Also, can I just say something?
먹히는군요.
For some reason, you kind of remind me of Ryan. For some reason,
불가 위약 막아내지 못하리
like I don't know, the way you guys talk is kind of similar.
무상한 목숨 지원해
이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나 저 해충들을 도려내라. 염화.
Wait, I think I know who you're talking about. Oh my god. I fought him once. I think I'm MD. Then I've never seen him again.
꿈을 꾸러가.
진짜 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나.
Oh dear lord. That's great.
목을 콱 물어버리자고.
My bad.
이제 깨우치시겠다.
I think I fought him once
인간을 준비야.
in MD, but then I never saw him again. So I think I know who you're talking about.
좀 추상네.
Is it not the Marsault ID? Bleh. That one, right? Okay, cool. Good to know, I guess. We return to the bus after dispatching the Kurokumo clan members that attacked the bus. Where'd you come from? Only to be greeted by an unfamiliar face. There was a woman sitting in the frontmost seat of our bus.
이상하군 길자.
Interstate guide.
분명 논의되지 않은
I believe that we both made it quite clear that no guests are to board the bus without prior consultation. That discussion was not even an hour ago, in fact.
외부인의
Yes, we did. No
하나서
outsiders, to be exact.
눈앞에
Isn't it clear as day
버젓이
as
쓰여
to who
있지
she is? I noticed that she was wearing a familiar uniform with the logo clear emblazoned on her chest. Are you from the LCCB? LCCA, the after team. Manager clock. Right, I could see that she was wearing a red emblem on her shoulder.
이 사람
Huh?
관리자님 말
Wait.
들리나요?
She can hear what you're saying?
들려.
No, don't have any talent in TikTok interpretation either, but it was pretty easy to tell with that blank, stupid look they were giving me.
무슨 말을
Don't you even have the common decency to mention? Ismail scowled, about to tell the woman off, until she coughed and collected herself. Maybe she suddenly recalled her old attitude.
나는 클리어 부서 애프터 팀 소속.
I am team leader
일반 작전 2과 알파
Kaiman,
팀장
not only that. Limbus Company Clearance After Team, Normal Operations Unit 2. I don't think I've ever seen anyone from the After Team in person.
그야 우리가
Of course not.
개고생했던 걸 꿀떡
All that
하는 놈들이니.
dumb blokes do is sweeping in to pick up the spoils after we've done all the hard work.
말은 바로 하지.
Let me set some things straight. Backstreet smart.
뭐?
애프터 팀은
The After Team is charged with cleaning up the mess you ungrateful waste of lives leave behind. Sweeping in to pick up the spoils now. We do the very difficult work of sweeping your stinking shit under the rug. Waste of lives. Is that how you guys see us?
그뿐일까? 목숨 버리게 범퍼카 돈
What?
많은 버스 고기 방패 얻어 걸린 또라이 뭐 더
Oh.
있기는 한데
Oh, that's not all. Waste of lives, bumper cars, the most expensive bus in the world. Meet shields maniacs with more luck than they deserve, and then some. Doesn't seem like the most relevant conversation topic for now, though.
새끼가
You better change your tone now.
특별히 고칠 이유가
If you give me one reason to, then I will. Unfortunately, it is my personal philosophy to be stubbornly set in my ways, unless I'm given a good reason to change. Sure, it's your job to collect the golden bots no matter what, but I'm having a lot of trouble scourging up even an ounce of respect for a group of half-wit idiots who don't give a damn about people who have to clean up after them.
좀
That's enough, Team Leader Kamian. Very well. I wasn't sent here to reprimand them. I'm here to relay the orders from the head office. Kaiman an envelope, opened it, and pulled out the paper from within. She began to read it out loud.
LCB의 T사 황금가지
LCB,
탈환 작전
additional mission assigned prior to T-Corp Golden Bot retrieval operation.
해당 구역 근처에
1.
발사한
Eliminate
디테일을
and or
제거
secure
혹은
the
확보할
distortion
것.
in the area. Oh dear God.
해당
2.
위치에
Recover
있는
the
광물에서
monolith,
monolith를 확보할 것.
monolith, an artifact in the shape of a black steel, I don't know how to read that, from the same site. A monolith. What's this now?
틀림?
Distortion. Are you
뒤틀려 있다는
saying
뜻인가요?
that they've already distorted?
모른다. 이 추가 작전은 LCC가
I'm
관여되어
not
있지 않지. 나는 그저 T사에서의 업무를 처리하다가 전달 임무만 받은 것뿐이다.
I don't know. Limbus company clearance is not part of this extra operation. I was merely ordered to relay this information to you as I happen to be taking care of some other job at T-Corp.
우리의 임무는 황금가지의
I believe that our one and only mission was to recover the golden bot. Since when did it become our job to play errand boy fixers?
지금 주문받았군.
Since now. Besides, I don't see what the difference is between an average errand boy and your team. All you ever do is pick up and deliver the golden bots, no?
확실히 알겠네.
Right. I guess the after team is full of grudges like you. Rodion grumbled like she was imagining a department full of Caimans. Caiman quietly took a sweeping look at the complaining sinners, then approached me. Manager Clock. Yes. Can't hear what you're saying anyway, so just listen. Allow me to kindly explain some things for you and your minions, since all of you appear to be so out of the loop. Caiman crossed her arms and leaned against the bus seat as though she was about to start a lecture.
LCB는 분명
LCB's primary objective is to retrieve the golden bots. Yes, can't deny that. But parading around and telling everyone that Limbus company specializes in retrieving the golden bot will be stupid, don't you agree? And it's not exactly the most lucrative business, if at all. I suppose so. I've been wondering about the company's finances for a while. Where do we even get our funding from? Well, there is no need for you to concern yourself with the company's finances. We have much more than enough capital to do what we want. What the company really lacks, however, is public standing and a cause. Limbus company decided to find our cause in distortions. No significant organization has yet taken charge of managing instances of the distortion phenomenon. Boss told me some time ago that it hasn't been long since the distortions began appearing in the city. Limbus company is building our reputation as a professional distortion prevention and control company that doubles as a research center for the distortion phenomenon. Which means that we need to produce real results in more ways than one, that is. I did hear that this epidemic of distortion phenomena can be pretty annoying to deal with. No one has properly defined what these distortions truly are. This means that not many are willing to jump into dealing with this new phenomenon blind. We did hear that some are preparing to launch an association primarily dealing with distortions, but that's all it is. An association. We intend to deal with it on a corporate level. Right, but how's any of that our business? What reason do we have to go out of our way to tussle with this distortion? Here's how it's your business. The order came all the way from the top, the highest authority of our company. Don't they teach you how to follow orders in the slums? That does it. You're not living this boss alive. Manager. Caiman ignored Heathcliff, who was visibly fuming, and turned to face me. My attitude towards my minions, and the company's attitude towards them. It all depends on the choices you make, and your leadership. With that, she produced an envelope from underneath her arm and handed it over. At the end of the day, though, the choice is yours. Your men aren't completely wrong. If you would like to focus solely on your primary mission, the golden bot, then fine. It's not like the company is going to kick you and your meat shields out. But do understand that the company's treatment of the sinners may change depending on what you decide to do here. Virgilius listens quietly, his eyes shut. Now then, Redgates, I'll be taking my leave now. Until next time. Fine, but next time, I'd prefer it if you would watch your language. These meat shields are still under my guidance, so try not to disturb me as well. Well, that depends on what the manager does, doesn't it? Excuse me. She left, leaving nothing but the awkward silence left behind. Is she gone? Bloody prick. After that brief moment of quiet, everyone began sighing and complaining as though they'd just been ungagged. Almost burst a blood vessel listening to all that. I thought softened my temper with age. Still, good work keeping things non-violent, guys. I don't think she said anything wrong now. Lou, no. I found her manner of speech quite convenient. There was no need to unnecessarily read between the lines. I had little trouble understanding her and organizing my thoughts accordingly. I guess that's one way of looking at things. Anyway, she's right that we really don't have much say in the matter. If the company asks us to do our jobs, we do our jobs. I don't have anything to add myself. I have no issues with following orders. Yeah, I agree with you guys. I tried my best to cheer up the sinners as I opened the envelope she left behind. Not much of note was in there. One old-fashioned walkie-talkie and a bunch of signed and stamped paperwork. And, well, mission location. Yongjin Building. Let's go, Karan. Yongjin. Right, Birch. Got it. I'm feeling it. Here we go. Vroom vroom. Judging by their lack of surprise, both Karan and Virgilis already knew where to go. And the bus took off. Did we brought what's her name? I forgot already. Hey yo, it close to the first. Don't wanna continue this actually. How much? 8 left. Hell. Give me 1 second. I wanna check this thing. So I gotta go back to this later. I kinda want to go eat though. I don't wanna continue right now because I really want to take a break, surprisingly. Isn't a distortion like a... Man, I don't know how it started. I didn't really understand it. Whatever. Let me open... What am I doing? You know what? I'm gonna... do you guys mind if I read someone? Carmen. That's kind of close to what her name was. I already forgot her name. Only one of you. What? I will now be closing stream, because I'm really hungry right now. So, well, I'm ending this here. Bye bye everyone. Hope you have a good one. We made at least some progress to Intervallo. Not Intervallo. Canto 6. So that's that. I'm not close to it though. Shucks. Well, bye bye.